What do you want me to do about that? I'm supposed to magically give you a house?
Cancel. Please, and you're gonna stay with me and find this place.
Natalie.
What?
Oh my God.
It's
Hi and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to go over the 90-day single life with Natalie. She has returned for another season, so let's get into it. Natalie has returned, which at first I really was kind of like over it because I'm like, how many times are we going to see Natalie? Like, I'm at this point so over it, and I would have really wished to see someone new, but at the same time she makes really great TV and I understand why she's back. So I rewatched the season 3 tell all to kind of get a refresher and understand where we are now in terms of like the timeline and everything. And basically, when I was rewatching it, some crazy stuff was going on. Like, this girl was telling everyone, Sean, Josh, Mike, that if Mike were to take her back, she would go back to him in a heartbeat. Not only that, Mike and Josh were on the stage during the tell all. She gets up, goes on Mike's lap, and starts crying. And everyone's just shocked and confused as to why this woman decided to just get up and sit on this man's lap.
She's very driven to work and
And then Josh is over there looking like a dumbass, just smiling, not knowing what to do. And everyone around him was like, yeah, if this was ever a time for you guys to kind of like break up, this would be it. But no, this man literally decides to just continue on with the relationship because Natalie then says, "Oh yeah, like after the tell all we've been talking every single day after." And I'm just thinking, how what is this man gaining from knowing Natalie or being on the show, because he just made himself look so dumb just looking at her cry over another man. So in this episode, she is in the process of moving to LA. However, it's not only just going to be her, it's going to be her and her mom. So she goes to LA. She has Josh, the guy that she basically is telling, like, yeah, you're my second choice. That she's basically having him help her with employment, help her with finding a place to live. And when they get there, Natalie and her mom, they don't have anyone to come and pick them up. She basically gets a text from him saying like, "Oh yeah, like I can't pick you up." And it's like at the same time, like I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. Why would that man pick her up or her mom? However, he doesn't seem like a bad guy, but I just don't get their relationship. And it's funny because even her mom brings it up. Her mom's like, this relationship is really weird. Like, I don't understand it. And to tell you the truth, I don't understand it either. But a part of me is like, does her mom know how she acts around men? Does she know how crazy she can get? Because we just saw in the beginning clip how she can get with men. And I don't even know if her mom has an idea or a clue how she can get. And maybe that's part of the reason why she's single and she doesn't have kids. Like, she's 38 years old. She was married to one guy. She basically ended up leaving Mike because she wants the career, she wants that status. She doesn't want to live in the woods with Mike. But then she goes and like sits on his lap and is crying because she's not able to be with him. So Natalie is a whole mess. I understand that like her mom is like, "Oh, you don't have kids," cuz she kind of brings it up in this episode. I also wanted to interject and say if you like this kind of content, please consider subscribing because I'm planning on making a lot more. Thank you. So later on the episode, they end up going on a date and they go on a little roller skating date, which I think is cute for the moment. It's nice, it's fun. But after their roller skating date, they go to have drinks. They get a little loose and Natalie brings up the whole, "Oh, we need to find a place for me to live and let's sit down and write your schedule out." And so he was like, "Oh yeah, so tomorrow we're going to go and find you a place." And then by the way, I'm also going to Ohio for like 2 weeks. And so that immediately triggers and sets off Natalie. And she goes on to say, she's like, you said you were going to be here for like 1 week. You don't know how to count? Like, you're leaving to go to Ohio for 2 weeks when you said that you were going to be here for a week. And I mean, to tell you the truth, that kind of would trigger me too, because she's there with her mom and he assures her that, oh, well, you can get, if we don't find anything tomorrow, we can get you like a short term rental. And here's my thing, based on the car that Natalie drives, it looks like money is a little bit tight. It looks like the money that she has set aside for the apartment, she would have to use on the short term rental. And the likelihood of her finding a place in one day in LA is just zero. Like, it's possible, but at the same time, it's not likely. And she knows that. She knows it's not going to happen. And she knows that she basically got played by him. And here's my thing, why move all the way to LA? I know that she wants the fame. I know she wants the opportunity. I know that she likes the vibe in LA, but LA's expensive. LA's very expensive. And she just got the ability to start working. Her mom's not going to be able to work or make money. So, who's going to support her? It's not going to be Josh, because Josh is not even offering to pay for their hotel to live in. She mentioned that when they were both in the hotel, because her mom was like, "Oh, like, what's going on with this hotel, cuz it's looking a little, it's giving poor. It's giving Holiday Inn." And she he's not contributing financially in any way to her. So she's going to be footing the bill for everything. So whatever money she has set aside, she's going to have to use it for that short-term rental until he gets back. So after she finds out everything, he basically takes her back to the hotel and her whole mood just kind of switched. Like, again, Natalie gets super triggered. Like, this is the type of girl that she gets triggered. And I don't blame her, because it's like, she sold her car, she moved all the way to LA, but it's like, why rely on a man like Josh when you know he's inconsistent? I know she wanted to move to LA so bad, but here's my thing, you can't rely on someone like him. But this lady is doing things all backwards. She is never going to divorce Mike. She's never going to have the marriage or the kids that she wants in her so deeply. And that's honestly really sad, because, as women, like, most women want that. Most women want to have children. Most women want a very happy, successful marriage. And you can tell that she is religious. That's something that she believes very deeply in, and she's just not going to get that by the way that she acts and how she lives her life. And I love the TV drama that she brings to the table with the single life, but it's honestly so chaotic to keep up with how unstable she is with her life. So, thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you like it. I have another video coming out. It's going to be on Chantel and her going to Greece with her friends. So, if you like this kind of videos, please like the video. If you like this content, please consider subscribing, because I have a lot more coming out. Thank you so much and have a wonderful day. Bye.